back to Kuwait. Our coverage of the final begins as we join commentators Chris Robertson and Robert Edwards.
So this is it. This is the big one. This is the final. It is the ultimate event, the ultimate title, and the ultimate prize money. And we have on court Shabana in the white top, 3 times World Open champion, man who was world #1 for nearly 3 years. And this fella, Ramy Ashour, the hottest gun in the West. He is a breath of fresh air. And defending champion, he is a special gift, this young man. And if the two of them play to their ability in this, we could have more than a feast, Robert.
Well, I certainly agree with you there, Robert. We played some classic matches. The defending champion against the 3-time champion.
3-4.
Amir's done very well against Ramy in recent times. He's learned to harness his amazing ability and speed and accuracy going short. And I think he's going to need to do that today to be 4-time champion. After a 4-1 lead, those 3 points rattle off very, very quickly, and that's what Ramy has the ability to do. Gain momentum, affect your rhythm, breaks the game up so well.
And you're right there, Robert, because both of these players, given just a half an inch, will put things away so quickly that scores can roll fast. This isn't, they're both attacking players, but with the ability to play great defensive squash. But if they both decide to attack, we will see something spectacular, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think defensively, Ramy defends so well with his speed. Amir defends with his experience and his racket work. They both can defend, obviously.
That's a good summary, so accurate. That ball, capacity orientation. It's, I'm sorry for the people who didn't get in, but it does also make me very happy to tell you that the audience shirt filled the venue to capacity, beyond capacity, and still they're outside listening to the score.
Well, that's fantastic, isn't it? The World Open sort of deserves that type of audience and that type of sort of clamour to be involved.
Yeah, it's been a show in every sense of the word, and we must never lose sight of the fact that the star of the show are the players, and here we have them doing what they do so well.
That's 4 in a row now for the young Egyptian. Important that Amir gains a little bit of control back here. I don't think he is there. And it's a stroke ball. It's now 5 in a row.
Well, it's quite a roll.
That's a big roll.
It's interesting that Amir Waji, the national coach who works for these guys, is not even put himself to watch the match. He's so nervous. He was at breakfast this morning, he just didn't know how to speak. He said, I'm not going to be there, I'm not going to watch, I can't take sides. But I can tell you that in the corner for young Ramy will be his brother, another top pro, Hisham, working with him. On the right there, a familiar old face, an old friend of yours, Robo, Jeff Hunt, man who won this tournament a few times.
Yes, he did, and you'll be looking at the modern game has moved on so much, and there we see an example of it. Cross-court drops played by Amir. The real signature shot of Ramy Ashour, actually, Robert. But
yes,
again, Amir, I can see him. He's keeping the ball straight. It's a tactic he's used a lot in previous matches I've commentated on. And already Ramy as well, Robert, is not taking the ball in as often short as he did against Gregory Gaultier. It's obviously a sounding out process, but
one of the problems I see here, I might be wrong, but I wonder, I know how much respect Ramy has for Shabana. Respects him immensely as a player and as a man and as a fellow Egyptian. And you can only give so much respect, and after that you've got to have some arrogance. And
well, obviously that will be a problem if he takes this respect level too far, because at the end of the day it is a contest and it's a World Open final, and if he doesn't display his best squash, he will not win. I can't see any way that Amir will allow that to happen. And again,
short rallies, Robbo.
Yeah, there's no flow to the match at the moment. There's a little bit of a signature of Ramy Ashour's game, but Amir is contributing to that at the moment by hitting a number of winners himself early on in the rally. It's actually quite a tame start, really, for me, Robert. I thought it would be a little bit more explosive with the movements.
Absolutely. It's the final everybody wanted. Well, certainly everybody in this part of the world. Players getting caught up in the middle there. It's not flowing.
No, didn't see my hand. No. I'm sure what was that. No.
Rami is getting a little vocal. Frustration.
First game, I've said it many times before, is vital for any player in a major final. That's only a let. Go and play that ball. It wasn't a bad shot. I would have been happy with it in my day. Oh, that's a poor error. That's down. Ball's down.
9-6.
Yeah, you could tell by the initial reaction from Amir Shabana. Your opponent always knows whether it's up or down.
Body language was there to be read. And talking of your day, Robbo, it's been great to have some of the legends of the game join us. We've had Sarah Fitzgerald and Dame Sue Devoy, as well as the mighty Jahangir Khan and Jeff Hunt join us for this tournament. Great to have them around.
It's certainly a
Handout 7-9.
number of titles there won, and some ferocious competitors
Just a touch.
inside there as well. But you know, you're seeing the future of the game here. It has changed a lot since all those days.
Now.
And there we see again
10-7,
taking the shot on,
Dubo.
giving game ball, and it hasn't been a very classic sort of opening game for me.
Amazing.
Not really seen a rally of real content.
Shabana sitting on game point, and his experience, he's going to be tenacious on this now. He won't want to let this go. He'll want to convert it. He has to sit on this young Egyptian because he has
10-7.
God-given gifts, this boy. And Shabana is probably the man who's in the best position to exploit them with his knowledge of him, his background.
No, I think you're right. He practices with him, obviously played with him a lot, and he is developed into a player that can contain talented players.
Handout 8-10.
He counter-attacks very well. He attacks himself at good times. And as I mentioned earlier, he can defend the ball so well with his experience and skill.
Very humid. Both players sweating up quite a bit. And that's down.
11-8.
First game for Shabana. He's taken the early blow. One love to Shabana, and leading 5-2. And all the questions are being asked of Rami Ashour. He's shown us his genius all the way through this tournament. 64 draw, that means there's an extra round for these guys. A third round came into play. And there, young man, he talks to himself incessantly. Oh, he also does that incessantly.
Well, obviously you like the question he asked himself then. And he's going to have to come out with a few answers like that. Amir has come out in the second game. He's controlled the tempo. He's controlling the line of the play. He's not allowing this fantastic player to shine.
If he lets Rami express himself, it'll be a lot of points going his way. But
3-6.
I think the other thing we can probably underestimate, Robert, is how well he understands how Rami does play. He's played him obviously in practice and training and a number of times as well, and you get a feel for where a player wants to play the ball. Even somebody like Rami Ashour, you can get a feel for it.
the country's producing some great players. That's down.
That's a shot that works so well for him against James Willstrop. The weak cross court, he backhand volleyed it in
Handout
very quickly and accurately.
7-3.
It's at the moment it's a glut of great players coming out of Egypt. With these guys, if you add Karim Darwish, Well Al Hindi, young Shabagi now coming from nowhere, it's a golden time for Egypt. And I think, Robbo, you know better than me, they're doing it at all levels and age groups.
Well, absolutely. It's his conveyor belt of unbelievable talent coming out of the country, and you will continue to get that with these role model and figureheads they have at the top. It inspires these young kids to work hard. And again, the return of serve is so aggressive. from Rami, successful. Amir annoyed with his serve. He knows it needs to be better, but there, have a little bit of that back, he says. And there's that counter-attacking ability.
8-5.
Gets the scoreboard moving at the right time for him. He did it against James Willstrop. He did it again then.
Well, he's silently moving along now. Shabana.
9-5.
9-5, 1 love up.
But Robert, there's no flow. There's no flow in this match.
It's stuttering squash, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You know, unfortunately, sometimes finals are not classic games, and at the moment, this is stuttering along.
They both look so good on their route to this final.
Knowledge.
Wow, a little anger. He knows how well he can play. He's frustrated at anything at the moment. He wants to flow.
Yeah, well, his title chances are evaporating very, very fast.
And Nasser Zaran there, the man who has the honour of doing this final. Himself, an ex-player.
He won't take any messing, I can tell you that.
Ball.
As soon as that ball went against the glass, I thought, here comes a contact warning. He's just frustrated, that's it. There's no malice in it.
Yes, let 10-5, game ball.
Stays, game ball.
And it's certainly been all the Shabana show, Robert. We've seen little glimpses from Rami, but there it's all too typical.
It's down, and Shabana now.
Yes,
Love up,
Shabana,
he's exactly where he
11-5,
wants to be.
Shabana needs 2 games to love.
Welcome back to this magical setting for this wonderful event, and it's been an amazing event. The final, Shabana 4-1 up, 2 love up, and it's looking as though this man who's won the event 3 times is going to add a 4th title. But if anybody can change that, it has to be this incredible talent, absolutely incredible talent from Egypt. But we shall see. At the moment, Shabana is controlling him. Ball called out. Some of the crowd disagreeing.
Well, it did look out. Starting to see a little bit of substance in this match, though, Robert. It's having to come from Rami Ashour. I think he has to dig in. Can't continue to keep going the same way. It is the Shabana show.
You know, over the years, I've had the privilege of doing many World Opens, British Opens, etc. But this sits right up there. It's been an amazing, amazing tournament in a fabulous, fabulous setting. And Green Island, well, they don't get much better. Alongside the oceans, we've had such a party here. And let's hope that this one will now come alive, this final match, and shine on this event, because it deserves it. It's been a wonderful trip.
Yes, let.
That ball. The crowd enjoyed a moment of light relief.
Yeah, his just touch is not quite there today for Rami. That drop shot wasn't too
Right
bad, but
side,
that was
5-2.
quite clumsy for him. I think he's dodged a bullet there, Robert. Amir was straight up behind him with a racket up.
5-2.
I do like the way Amir is just keeping his composure, just letting the game continue to unfold his way. He's not trying to rush things too much. He knows that Rami is not on fire here. Showing all the hallmarks of a very, very experienced player. You talked about the champions sitting outside there, Jeff Hunt, Sue Devoy, and Sarah Fitzgerald, and Jahangir Khan. And that's a great champion there, Amir Shabana. What a desperate dive. Got it back.
Sheikh Afadi is sat there with her mother.
Normally these dives don't really count for much. And this one, again, adds to that list. But it was impressive to see.
Well, it shows the desire. Now, 5-3, Shabana. Players just warming up the ball, and we're off again. Rami in the dark shirt serving. 2-love down against triple World Open champion Amir Shabana.
That's more what I'm talking about. That's the type of quality shots he needs to produce.
And that's what's got him to this final, and it has not been there this
No, he
match.
has just been a little bit off. I think Amir has kept the ball obviously away from him quite well, but he's had some opportunities and his execution has not been quite there. There's another good ball in. That's a good response there from Amir.
Now, let's have a good call.
That was a fantastic pickup from Shabana there, Robert. Just that ball in from Rami was brilliant. Look at this. He picked that up and tight, and then got on the volley.
Both players with superb racket speed, racket skill. See the ball as though it's the size of a football.
Well, he turned that situation around. 6-4 could have been easily 5-all.
And what a difference that is mentally.
Yes, left.
That ball.
6-4.
And again, another example of Rami's counter drop there. Very loose. Normally pops those balls in very accurately. He was on it quite quickly. Good intent from both players on this rally.
Now both of them working a bit. Both desperate to keep the rally going. And stroke, the ball comes in the middle of the court. That's the face you wouldn't want to argue with, Robbo.
No, and they don't tend to. It was a loose ball. Amir made the most of it, to be fair. World Open final. I'll be making dinner from it, to be honest with you.
Well,
and this is what I'm talking about, his accuracy, Robert. He was so loose then, he didn't even have time to use his speed to get away from the line of the ball. He's settling himself down. It's a very important phase. He loses this next point or two, his World Open dreams are gone.
crowd go very quiet.
You can get there.
Well, a nice conversation there between the two of them.
Yeah, it's laced with sarcasm.
7-4.
That's how he's feeling at this stage, Amir. He's very, very quiet and very concentrated. Again, that's a very loose shot in there, Robert. It's not putting any pressure on Amir.
Yes,
Well,
left.
not enough pressure.
Yep, another let.
7-4 left.
And this is, you know, obviously, you know, the margins I'm talking about are very, very small, but this is the problem you've got when you're somebody like Rami, who's so dynamic, taking the ball short. It's such a big part of his game.
He has had a glimpse there of his brother, Ashour.
Again, another loose ball, Robert. Look how loose and wide that comes out and offers a stroke.
8-4.
8-4. He knows he's almost there. But is he? 8-4, Shabana. 2-love. The 2009 Kuwait World Open. The biggest title in the game. The biggest prize money in history. Great pickup there. Moving so well.
Yes, left.
He is moving well, isn't he?
8-4.
He's responding to those good little phases. His countering is accurate. His movement is good. really has stopped Ramy playing well. Ramy hasn't taken his chances when given as well, but a lot of credit's got to go to Amir at the moment.
There's that short racket swing you talk about, Robbo. He plays it so well, generates incredible power. And you consider the short distance there, head's travelling, very tight. Now this one's going to need to be cleaned. It's wet, slippery.
Very simple rally there from Amir. Just penalised the loose ball down the line. We see it here, loose ball here from Ramy. Volley in. By the time he came around, Robert, the ball was gone. That doesn't put a lot of pressure on your nerves.
Look at that for a crowd. Absolutely fantastic. Not a seat in the house.
Thank you, thank you.
And Shabana needs 2 points.
Left side,
He would be so happy to have a couple of cheap points to wrap this up.
9-4.
He'll take them any way they come.
Well, he hasn't had too many from Amir at the moment. He's obviously a man for the big occasion. Close call there, Peel.
Yeah, the hand was up straight away.
Ball was good.
Oh, he'd love to have that
No
call
ball
go
there.
his way, wouldn't it? Give you 10-4, give you 5 or 6 match balls to win your 4th World Open title. You'll have to earn it a different way.
And if he wins this, it will put him up with the Hunts of this world. Only a few men have won more than him. And there the fan, little bit of deception. And cross court, he finishes it off, he's got it. He's sitting on match championship points.
Well, just a masterclass there. He is in total control from start to finish in this match.
Match forward.
Here we see that the fan didn't really work, to be fair, but it didn't matter to him. He had another opportunity, he took it.
So championship point. Amir Shabana, the Prince of Cairo. 3 times he's won this title. Is it going to be 4? He's focused now and it's down.
Oh, just a little bit of flamboyance there from Amir. Calm himself down. He went for the triple post.
5-10, match forward.
Just a deep drive there, Robert, probably would have been good enough.
Stays match ball. Nobody's moving. Oh, what a way to finish it. He goes to Lily, and there it is. Hands in the air. 4-time world champion. It's Amir Shabana, the Prince of Cairo.
It hasn't sunk in yet. I think being in the final was great. Having to win it was a dream, and it's going to take a while for it to sink in.
And so, with the 2009 World Open complete, Sheikh Fadi Al Sabah representing Kuwait passes on the flag to Ziad Al Turki of Saudi Arabia, hosts of the 2010 tournament. Leaving only a spectacular laser and firework display to mark the end of the sport's richest ever event.